8224, represent arithmetic sequences using equations, tables, graphs, and verbal descriptions, and use them to solve problems. Arithmetic sequence, it would be in your formula key there. All that is slope-intercept form, arithmetic sequence. M represents slope, also known as your common difference. B is your y-intercept, also known as a starting point. So you have to start somewhere. So here's our first example. Emily and Aaron bought supplies and set up a lemonade stand. They charged 50 cents per cup of lemonade. The equation f of x equals 0.50x minus 16 represents the amount of money earned by selling x cups of lemonade. So here's x is talking about cups of lemonade. Obviously 50 cents is talking about the amount per cup. And then negative 16 is our starting point. How much money did Emily and Aaron spend on supplies before they sold any lemonade? Well, that would be your starting point. It says negative 16 is your starting point. That means that they lost or purchased $16 worth of supplies. So 16 bucks would be their purchase. Emily and Aaron sold 80 cups of lemonade. How much money did they earn? Well, put that in for cups. We know cups is represented by x here. So I'm going to go ahead and substitute in for x. We're going to put in 80 minus 16. Do your computation here, and we'd wind up with $24. 50 cents times 80 would give us 40. Subtract 16 would give us 24. Martha earns $6 per hour babysitting. She charges an extra $3 when there are 3 or more children. How much will she earn for 6 hours of babysitting for a family that has 4 children? So they have 4 children, which means she's going to give them that extra charge no matter what. So that extra charge would be considered a starting point. So if you had that formula, f of x equals mx plus b, m is your slope. That is the common difference. That is that change per hour. In this case, it is $6 per hour. So $6 per x, x representing hours. And then this is normally what her fee would be if it's for people that have children less than 3 children. But we're babysitting who has 4 children, so we have to add that $3 charge. Now what we do is put in the hours worked. Well, she works 6 hours. Plug 6 in for x. We have 6 times 6 is 36 plus the $3 charge, and we'd wind up with $39. Last example, it says the graph shows how much Ben earns y for mowing x neighbor's lawns. How much does Ben earn for each lawn he mows? Well, you have to figure out, kind of like the previous example, that it was $6 per hour. We need to figure out how much per lawn. Basically what you're finding out there is a slope, that common difference from lawn to lawn. So here's where you have 1 lawn, here's your 2 lawns, 3 lawns, so forth. You need to figure out the slope. Now you need to be careful with this because this is, a lot of people have errors here. Go ahead and fill in the gaps here. A lot of people think that the y-axis is going by 8s. It's not. It's going by 4s. This would be obviously 0. And look at your x-axis. A lot of people think it's going by 2s. It's not. It's going by 1s. So when you do your slope here, you need to count by what the intervals are going by. So when I move across this axis here, this is 1. So I would move 1 unit. I'm going to go to the next one just to widen it out here. So here's 2 units. Now when I go from where I last left off, I have to count by 4s. There's 4, 8, 12, 16. So I move 16 units up because they're going by 4s. So then it's rise over run. 16 over 2 reduces to 8. So it would be $8, option B. This will conclude lesson 8224.